Want to see some of the world's biggest machines that will impress you? I bet you do! Here's a selection of 10 mechanical monsters from across the globe. World's largest aircraft. Microsoft co-founder Paul Allen has rolled out the phenomenal Stratolaunch aircraft, the world's largest plane by wingspan, to begin its fuel test, which marks the completion of the initial construction phase. This is a keystone for the aircraft as it aims to provide convenient, reliable, and routine access to low Earth orbit. Weighing a whopping 500,000 pounds, the aircraft is 385 feet in length, making it wider than the National Football League field at only 360 feet. From ground to the top of the vertical tail, the aircraft stands at 50 feet and measures 230 feet from its nose to tail. Tyson Crane. Holding the record for the top 3 heaviest lifts, the Tyson crane in China is the strongest crane that exists in the world today. With a working load limit of over 44 million pounds, or 20,000 metric tons, this crane is surely a modern marvel. The amount of wire rope required to operate Tyson is nearly 50,000 meters, or just over 31 miles, allowing it to lift a maximum of 80 meters. While not everyone may need 31 miles of wire rope, or have a need to lift 44 million pounds, we have a wide variety of materials required to lift, push, pull, and move whatever is in your way. Biggest ship. The arrival of the Prelude has forced the Emma Maersk into second place of the biggest ship. She took to the water for the first time in South Korea. The Prelude isn't technically a ship per se, but rather a floating natural gas facility. She is 487 meters long, and the Prelude would be 45 meters taller than the Empire State Building if laid side by side. When fully laden, she weighs at 600,000 tons. World's biggest bulldozer. The Komatsu D575A is a 1,150 horsepower, 860 kilowatt tractor crawler available as a bulldozer ripper. The D575A-3 or is a dedicated bulldozer. The D575A-3 SD Superdozer, equipped with a standard blade. Both versions are capable of moving 90 cubic yards, 69 square meters of material per pass. Although the D575A-3 SD Superdozer is capable of moving 125 cubic yards, 96 square meters of material per pass, if equipped with an optional blade, the D575A-3 can dig to a maximum depth of 6 feet 9 inches, 2.6 meters, using its single shank ripper. Currently the largest bulldozer in production, the D575A has been produced by Komatsu Limited in Osaka, Japan since 1991. Surface mine operators in the United States, Canada, and Australia are the primary users of the D575A, although it's sometimes used in heavy construction applications. World's biggest earth mover. The L-2350 wheel loader, with an operating capacity of 72,574 kilograms, 160,000 pounds, can center load haulage trucks with payload ratings ranging from 320 to 400 plus tons. The most powerful and productive wheel loader in its class, the L-2350 is part of the Generation 2 wheel loader line, which is designed to include the latest safety features that meet global requirements recognized by leading mining industry safety councils, achieve greater operating hours due to robust structural design and modular components, provide ultimate fuel consumption levels due to the power regeneration capacity of the SR hybrid drive technology. World's largest dumper truck. This entry on our list of biggest machines is a real monster, powered by a hybrid diesel engine. The Blast was built for one task only, moving a lot of earth and rubble. The Blast 75710, with a capacity of 496 tons, is the biggest dumper truck in the world. This model was developed by the Belarusian company's engineers with the aim of having a suitable load for a Russian mining company. At 20.6 meters in length, with a height of 8.16 meters and 9.87 meters width, it has a weight of 360 tons and is shod with 8 supersized Michelin tires. A diesel engine with a turbo compressor of 16 cylinders powers it, pumping out 2,332 bhp and topping out at a heady 64 kilometers per hour. Giant bucket wheel excavator. The Bagger 293 is a giant bucket wheel excavator built in Germany in 1995. It requires a crew of 5 to operate and can move over 8.5 million cubic feet of earth per day. To put that in perspective, that's the equivalent of digging a hole the length of a football field and over 80 feet deep in a day. For excavation, the Bagger 293 uses a large 70-foot rotating wheel at the end of a long arm. This wheel has a series of buckets attached. And as the wheel rotates, the buckets pick up the earth and dump it onto a conveyor belt. The conveyor belts will transport the earth to other vehicles for removal to the dumping site. Biggest telescope. Faster 500-meter aperture spherical telescope is a radio telescope that can be found in China. She's a radio telescope located in Duodang Depression in Pingtung County in southwest China. Fast as a fixed primary reflector located in a natural sinkhole in the landscape. Karst, focusing radio waves on a receiving antenna in a feed cabin suspended 140 meters, 460 feet above it. The reflector is made of perforated aluminum panels supported by a mesh of steel cables hanging from the rim. Fast surface is made of 4,450 triangular panels, 11 meters, 36 feet on a side, in the form of a geodesic dome. 2,225 winches located underneath make it an active surface, pulling on joints between panels, deforming the flexible steel cable support into a parabolic antenna aligned with the desired sky direction. Large Hadron Collider. The Large Hadron Collider is the biggest machine man has ever built to date. It was built to study the tiniest of things, subatomic particles. Thousands of magnets of different varieties and sizes are used to direct the beams around the accelerator. These include 1,232 dipole magnets, 15 meters in length, which bend the beams, and 392 quadruple magnets, each 5 to 7 meters long, which focus the beams just prior to collision. Another type of magnet is used to squeeze the particles closer together to increase the chances of collisions. The particles are so tiny that the task of making them collide is akin to firing 2 needles 10 kilometers apart with such precision that they meet halfway. This particle accelerator is 27 kilometers in circumference and is buried 175 meters under the ground near Geneva, Switzerland. There are plans for a newer, upgraded one that will be 3 times bigger. NASA Crawler Transporter. Although around 50 years old, this entry on our list of biggest machines is still impressive. These enormous 40 meters long, 35 meters wide machines weigh in at around 2,720 tons. They were used to carry NASA rockets from site to site at a breathtaking 1 mile per hour. One of the 2 existing crawlers has actually clocked up a total of 2,207 miles.